Hi, it's Paul. Now, if like me you always get newspapers shoved through your letterbox, then you know it doesn't take long before you end up with a big pile of these. Now, there's not much in and by the way of news, and you just end up passing them on to the recycling centre. But today I want to show you another use for them, so let's go. But first, just some quick statistics. Recycled paper produces 73% less air pollution than if it was made from raw materials. The average person in the UK gets through 38 kilograms of newspapers per year. That's about the same weight as a German Shepherd. It takes 7 days for a recycled newspaper to come back as a newspaper again. Materials that cannot be recycled, i.e. fibres that are too short, are separated by the recycling centre and then either used for energy generation, soil conditioner or sent to landfill. Our first step is to shred the newspaper up. This is actually quite a therapeutic process, so take out any anger you've got on the paper. Or you could use a shredder. Next, we're going to need a bucket, to which we are adding our torn newspaper, a little bit of detergent and some hot water. To pulverise the paper further, I'm going to be using this dish brush. Its stiff bristles make short work of the soggy paper. The hot water and detergent help remove the bulk of the dye. As you can see, this gets suspended in the water itself. The paper being in water and mulched up with our brush help break up the fibres holding the paper together. These fibres get broken up and become shorter every time you do this process, which is why newspaper can only be recycled 5 to 7 times before the fibres become too short to form a bond. In the paper recycling process, new fibres from fresh materials are added and fibres that are too small to form a paper bond are filtered away to become fuel and fertiliser. If we were going to make fresh paper, we'd have to use a lot of chemicals to get it up to scratch, but we're following the journey of turning it into fuel instead. The simplest way of making your newspaper kindling is to use some muslin or a similar material with closely woven fibres. This is to trap the paper but allow the water to drain. Now form this paper pulp into shapes, either by using your hands or using an empty container as a shape former. Then just give your newspaper enough time to dry before using it as kindling. If you want a more uniform way of making these paper logs, then I've come up with this contraption. You can make it to different lengths depending on how long you want your paper logs to be. If you want to build this for yourself, then the link will be in the description where you can get the full plans. Now it's time to test how long these will burn. I've cut off 2 small slices roughly the same size and dipped one in waste vegetable oil. We've learned some basics about recycling paper. Hopefully you've got a better understanding about some of the process. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos about learning and making things, then please don't forget to support us by subscribing to our channel. I've been your host Paul, you've been watching Go Repairs, and I'll see you next time. Bye.